Welcome, race fans, to All American Sim Racing Networks, All American Racing Leagues, or LawnCare Truck Series. Tonight, we're at Daytona International Speedway for the Hamms'tona Mega 60. I'm Hillbilly Hera in the booth with David Lurfano. David, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Hillbilly. This is going to be a fun one, I think. You know, everybody's looking forward. This is the opener for the Or Lawn Care Truck Series, so everyone's ramped up, ready to go, and kicking it off at Daytona. So it should be a blast.
Absolutely, and we saw an interesting race with several of these drivers that are in the field tonight for our Holio Cornhole Board Series on Thursday. And that was a very interesting race. The way the strategy played out, the some pit road penalties put some folks way behind. Very interesting race though.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we saw, with that race, it was a great race. I think we had one caution all night. But yeah, like you said, a bunch of drivers got nailed with pit road speeding penalties, which changed the course of their race. So that's always something to pay attention to here at Daytona. With all that speed coming down the front stretch and trying to get it slowed down to that 55 mile an hour or so hitting pit road. So definitely going to be a thing to keep an eye on tonight as well to see if any of these drivers get nailed here.
Yeah, and in this practice session, we've seen some pretty good bump drafting going on. These trucks stuck up very well to the car or the truck in front of them, and they seem to be pretty stable on track under those conditions where you're front bumper to rear bumper with another truck making that fast speed around this 2.5 mile speedway.
Yeah, these trucks are a little bit better to kind of push with than I think even the Xfinity cars. I feel like these bumpers do match up pretty well, so I think you'll see some fairly aggressive bump drafting, especially up in the front. Some of the drivers teaming up, trying to get away a little bit. So, but it should be exciting. I always like the trucks here at Daytona, so they seem to put on a good show, and hopefully they can do that tonight.
Absolutely. We have 30 seconds left in practice. Let's see if we can get Chad Snyder in the booth. Kind of talk to him before he goes into his qualifying run to see what the track conditions are tonight here at Daytona.
All right, let's see if we can grab Chad. Hey, Chad, Dave in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
No, not too bad. Looking forward to this one. How's the track tonight? How do you feel about your chances tonight?
Well, it's Daytona, so I have as good a chance as anybody in the field, really. This type of racing, you guys know from being behind the wheel yourselves, it's kind of a crapshoot as far as being in the right place at the right time. So we're going to see what kind of lap I can put down here for qualifying. I feel like everybody's kind of a little itchy, as they usually are in the beginning of the season, but hopefully we can keep this resurrection detail forward clean and get to the end and have a shot at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Watching a little bit of the practice, we watched you do some bump drafting with Tyrone Yo and a few other folks out there, and it looks like under the bump draft, from what I could see up here, it looked like the trucks were pretty stable, and you were able to suck up pretty good. Was that a right assessment?
Fairly, yeah. It depends on the guy second in line and how squarely you hit the car in front of you. Like you want to definitely make sure that you're not moving the nose back and forth when you make contact with the guy in front of you. Also, the guy in front of you can help facilitate that bump a little bit by dragging a little bit of brake. Just going to take a lot of teamwork to get this done. And I know some guys are going to be aggressive. That kind of happens a lot in this league. We got some guys who are aggressive and some other guys who just kind of wait on it. So we'll take it one lap at a time like we always do, and hopefully, not get in too much trouble out here.
Yeah, well, good luck in qualifying, good luck in the race, and hopefully we're talking to you here when it's all said and done.
Thanks, fellas. Have a good one.
Always good talking with Chad Snyder. Does a lot for this league, this series, our cornhole series, as well as our Truckers Feed America series. He's a driver in the Truckers Feed America series as well. Had a little off time last season with some health issues he needed to take care of there, but he's back full force now, and will be a force to be reckoned with in this race and this season to come.
Yeah, for sure. Great to see Chad back here full time this season. Like I said, the health issues and some injury, stuff that he was dealing with. So good to have him back. I know he'll be full time on the Cup side. I think this side of things, he's just going to do a part time here and there within his team. So great to have him back. Wish him the best here tonight, and wish all these drivers the best here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And before we get rolling here, as they're going into qualifying, we'd like to give a big thank you to Hamm's Beer. This is the Hamms'tona Mega 60. Drink responsibly, folks. But Hamm's Beer, check it out at your local retailers.
And as we see, the trucks are on the track. They're rolling out here, putting some times down right now. At the top of the boards is Brandon Robinson. Times look pretty tight right now. Now we'll see where all these drivers fall in line.
Yeah, it looks like Cheshire matched Robinson's time. Well, actually, .01. So that's how close they are here, folks. A 52.25 to a 52.26. Third place, Adam Angerstein was in with a 52.26 as well. So that's they're right on top of each other. It's pretty close field there. It looks like we have 23 trucks scheduled to take the field tonight. I don't know that all are going to qualify, but they can choose to not qualify. However, we do have 17 that have already taken a lap, so we'll see what these other guys decide to do. With I know Nathan Christensen was a little late getting in. We got Matt Bentley, Johnny May, Rodney Uberpacker. Last year's champion, Cal Purcell, has not taken a lap yet, and I'm not sure that Travis Juggles Rodriguez will take the field.
Yeah, and we see that a lot on restrictor plate tracks. Some guys choose not to qualify and kind of run around the back, try to stay out of trouble for most of the race, or at least early on, try to get a pace and just ride. But looks like most of the drivers here tonight so far have qualified. Looks like we got 4 or 5 that still haven't taken the time.
Yeah, we're following the 69 at Johnny May as he's making his lap now. Maybe coming to the end of his second lap. Yes, he has posted a first lap time, so this will be his second lap. First lap at a 52.96, good for a P18. Let's see what he does here on his second lap, if he picked up any speed. And Kyle Purcell has posted his first lap. Looks like Johnny May is still in the 18th position. Kyle Purcell jumps up to the 7th position behind his brother, Sean Purcell. We've seen these guys work really well together in the Cornhole Series earlier, in the Julio Cornhole Series earlier. On Thursday, Sean and Kyle worked together all race long, and they were pretty fast until they had incidents on pit road.
Yeah, that looks like that's going to wrap it up here for qualifying.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go over our qualifying rundown. We are going to start up front with your pole sitter. If I can get this thing to scroll up. Your pole sitter is Brandon Robinson from Faded TV. It's Faded Moto. Corey Cheshire is second. Adam Angerstein third. Lilith Peters is in fourth. Justin Horton fifth. Sean Purcell is sixth. Kyle Purcell is seventh. Chad Snyder is 8th. 9th is Jim Hubble. 10th is Peter Theriault. Robert Fox is 11th. And Jackson Minter rounds out your top 12.
And taking 13th is going to be Nathan Christensen. 14th will go to Jeremy Flanagan. 15th goes to Tyrone Yo Jr. 16th will be Robbie Fletcher. 17th goes to Christian Delgado. 18th will go to Johnny May. 19th is Charlie Dickey. 20th is Don Manning. 21st is Rodney Uberpacker. 27th is Travis Rodriguez. And rounding out the field in 23rd will be newcomer Matt Bentley.
All right, it looks like we're starting to grid here. We should see the truck start moving off pit road here just shortly, and I believe we're just one pace lap. We'll get this thing going. We'll get the green flag in the air and see how well these drivers can do tonight. This is the All-American Racing Leagues or LawnCare Truck Series. Again, this is the Hamms'tona Mega 60 at Daytona International Speedway as the trucks roll off pit road. Good to see a sizable field here tonight to start this race. Johnny may have had trouble. I'm not seeing that he gridded. Oh, Johnny May.
It's looking on my end that Johnny May had a connection issue.
That's unfortunate for May.
Hopefully he can maybe get back in here before too long.
If he does it quickly, he won't lose any laps. They'll allow him to go ahead and rejoin the field. You know, we saw that last during the cornhole or the Julio cornhole race as well. The 27, he lost connection during race while up front. And he ended up losing one lap before he got it back up and going again. And ended up, unfortunately, there were no other cautions. There was only one caution the whole entire race. So he ended up finishing one lap down. But still got some TV time there as he was running with the leaders the entire time.
And it looks like pace truck is off. We're going to come to green.
All right. Here we are at the starter cam. The green flag is in the air. 25 of Brandon Robinson. On your screen, you'll see it a little different as the 25, but that is the 25 truck on the side. On the side, it says 25. Adam Anderstein give him a little push to get 25 out to the lead. Looks like Adam's going to take second. Inside line is rolling. If this outside line gets formed up, they should be able to make a good head of steam there on that outside.
And you see newcomer Corey Cheshire up there on the outside, and he's got one of the best truck racers when she is here, and Lilith Peters behind him pushing. So good for him to have her right tucked up behind him.
Yeah, and some of these guys getting put on notice that I believe Lilith is planning to try to run a full season. Wow, as we saw the 16 make a bold move, crossing over the nose of the 48 to go to the outside to get in front of Lilith Peters.
Yeah, now up there on the outside, you're going to have Lilith Peters and Kyle Purcell, which Kyle was our last season's champion. So two veterans in this league right up there on that outside lane. It looks like they're working their way up to the front.
Yeah, and right behind Lilith is Kyle's brother Sean Purcell, that 00 Make Me Hungry Texas truck there.
Yeah, and I kind of look for Kyle and his brother, Sean, to maybe get hooked up in this race at some point.
43 just dropped. Corey Cheshire just dropped down to pit road. Not sure what happened to him. I don't see any damage.
I am going to guess, because watching that start with the 48, it looks like he rolled a little bit quicker than Brandon Robinson did on that start on the outside, and I'm wondering if that restart zone rule, he may have jumped the start.
Maybe serving that penalty, okay. As the 9 of Adam Angerstein is to the back, or Angerstein is to the back of that 25 of Brandon Robinson. Once again, trying to keep them out front of that 16. As you see, the 16 and the 1 are making some headway on that top line, followed by the 00. They're 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 all the way back. Thought they were going to
go. Now Adam jumps to the outside. I think he might have got forced up there, but he jumped to the outside. That outside lane definitely getting some momentum going up there on that outside. They're starting to roll.
Yeah, absolutely. That 9 truck is now. Oh, and the 16 drops to the inside of the 9. 9 tried to make the block, but it was a little late. as the 16 is your new leader, followed by Brandon Robinson, who's going to the outside. Oh, the 9's, he's not quite clear. Ah, wow. And the 9 pushes the 25. We have some action in the front of this field, folks. I was waiting for him to wad it up just now, but Brandon Robinson said, I'm not done with leading this race. Got a fast or LawnCare 25 truck tonight.
And that was some real quick, smart thinking on Angerstein's side to kind of check up just enough to keep from turning that 25 truck.
And Corey Cheshire has rejoined the field here. Johnny May never made it in. But we're still...
There's still 2x2 through the entire field here.
You absolutely read my mind, Dave. It's exactly what I was saying, is as far back as you can go. They're 2x2x2. It is a hornet's nest all through the field. So far, some really, really clean racing here. 5 laps of 60 of the Hamms'tona Mega 60. They're getting it done. Looks like some fun out here.
Yeah, and I just saw Lilith Peters kind of go up and give a little bump to Angerstein, trying to get that line moving up there on the outside. It looks like all 3 of those trucks on the outside are kind of pushing here down through the tri-oval.
And I've drafted with Lilith Peters. She's not afraid to hit you and hit you hard. So you got to be prepared for it. Not that she can't do it easy. It's just that when it's go time for her. She always seems to carry so much speed that imagine it's hard to woe that truck down sometimes. But they're still making a little headway as the top line seems to be falling apart behind the 00 of Sean Purcell. Looks like that Chad Snyder is back about a truck and a half. But now that he's getting pushed a little bit by the 10, he may be able to close that gap again. Race for the lead between the 9 of Adam Angerstein and the 25 of Brandon Robinson. Lilith gives a great push to that 9 to get him out to lead that lap. Points are valuable. And that was a point for Angerstein, who jumps to the bottom in front of the 25. That was close. Not sure the 25 is going to be real happy about that move.
That was very close, but somehow they all made it work.
Oh,
a little push there. Angerstein is able to keep it down on the bottom.
Yeah, got him a little loose, even though that looked like it was a pretty square hit. But he got the back of the 9 wiggling. He keeps showing the 25 that bottom. And I'm not sure I want to open that up, or it's going to cause a 3 wide situation. You're going to get in that sucker hole. And if you can drop into that sucker hole, and folks at home, what I mean by the sucker hole, if you're not aware, it's right there in the middle. If you get in that middle, they will freight train you on the high and low side, and it's hard to hold onto the truck, and you could end up being a ping pong ball by the time you reach the back of the field.
Especially in this field right now, where they're still side by side, almost 10 laps into this.
See if Adam opens up that bottom here on exit again. Yeah, so not so bad that time. Okay, so maybe he's kind of watching that mirror a little more now and sees what's going on with Robinson in behind him. See that camera shaking? That's the sense of speed as they're doing, 190 to 200.
They're wrecking.
Oh, they are wrecking. Let's see who we have there. It looks like caution is out. Lap 9 of 60.
Yeah, they're wrecking. They're wrecking more down here.
Let's see what got it started here. Oh, and I need to give us a better view of that. Oh, wow. It looks like the 5 truck. That 5 truck gets a little sideways and collects the... Can't see the number of that Toyota there. I believe it might have been Peter Terrio.
I think the bigger wreck was after the yellow came out.
Yeah, I'm not getting the crash notifications that I'm used to seeing here. Turn everything on.
Yeah, it looked to me like after that initial wreck, 2 cars spun down to the infield there. They all kind of checked up for the yellow, and they wadded about half the field up, down in 3 and 4.
Well, Lilith Peters is your leader. Sean Purcell is second. Chad Snyder third. Kyle Purcell fourth. Jim Hubble rounding out your top 5. Looks like there were only 2 takers to pit road, and that would be the 10 of Peter Terrio and the 48 of Corey Cheshire, who pitted, on lap 2 for that penalty. Now, if I remember correctly, the rules changed this season. They're only running 1 quick repair in the Truck Series this season?
I believe it is only 1.
All right, good. I mean, that may make for some folks wanting to race a little safer. And actually, pit road is active right now. I said that no one had hit pit road, but it must not have been open for our leaders at the time. So the only drivers who stayed out under this caution are going to be Lilith Peters, Sean Purcell, Chad Snyder, Jim Hubble, Don Manning. Peter Terrio did pit, but he pitted a lap earlier than everyone as he was part of the accident. Rodney Uberpacker, that would be the last. So the top 7, with the exception of Peter Terrio, which I believe Peter's going to get an EOL for being part of the incident. And I'm not sure if I don't know that we have race control in effect at this race tonight, so I'm not sure how that's going to play out for him.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. I think the usual race control would be Chad Snyder, who is in this race running 3rd tonight, so I'm not sure if they do have a race control tonight.
Yeah, so it does look like they're moving Peter Terrio to the rear of the field for being part of that, being in the incident itself, which is it's fair game. But I see the drivers are passing him now on track. Looks like, yeah, he's staying high, letting these drivers get on around him to restart from the rear of the field, along with the 25. How did Brandon Robinson lose that many 16 positions?
A bunch of those cars were in a part of that wreck after the yellow had come out. They all checked up and all got bottled up down in turn 3.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, I went back and kind of looked at that. It looked like, Adam kind of checked up for the yellow, and then they all kind of, just one of those deals.
These drivers have had a few weeks off, those that weren't in the Julio Cornhole Board Series on Thursday. They've had several weeks off. Now, maybe they were racing official races, maybe they were doing something else, but they weren't really running with their league. And, this is the first race back here in the trucks for the LawnCare series here at the Hamms'tona Mega 60. And, maybe a little rust you got to get shaken off. They did run, a good solid 9 laps there without any incident, 2x2, which looked pretty good. But that under caution, that may be just a mistake. As the pace truck is off, Lilith Peters will bring him to the green flag. And she takes off. Good jump by Lilith Peters. 26 of Chad Snyder moves into the second position, passing the 00 of Sean Purcell. Sean's fighting back on that outside. Thought the 00 was going to drop down in behind that 26, but he elected to go ahead and stay up on that high side. Try to get that momentum rolling up there again as Lilith jumps up in front of him. We have a truck spinning, the number 71 of Robbie Fletcher, spun off track there. Didn't stop before he hit the inside wall. That was a tough place to hit, too. He's going again. Oh, he's trying to get going again. No caution as of yet. Chad Snyder moves the inside of Lilith Peters to try to take that lead away, being pushed by the 92 of Don Manning. Lilith drops to the inside in front of Chad Snyder. 00 of Sean Purcell working his way to the outside, followed by the 51 of Jim Hubble.
And still 2 by 2 by 2.
You have Lilith Peters in first, Chad Snyder second, Sean Purcell third, Don Manning fourth, Jim Hubble rounding out your top five with Nathan Christensen in sixth, Kyle Purcell in seventh. Travis Juggles Rodriguez is in the field and is in eighth. Jeremy Flanagan ninth, and Charlie Dickey rounding out your top 10. I hate that I missed that Juggles actually took the green.
It does look like Corey's Shashir is back on the lead lap after having to serve that penalty early on.
Yeah, he would have got the lucky dog. Watch Adam Angerstein moving up the inside through that sucker hole by himself. Now he drops down to the inside. He passed like 4 cars right up the middle. Or trucks, shall I say. Pretty impressive move. Adam Angerstein's fast. Does make some very bold moves too. He's not afraid to go ahead and clear it when it's just inches. As you see the one of Lilith Peters, she moves to the high line, to the low line, to the high line again, protecting whichever line has the most momentum coming. And that's what you have to do here in order to stay up front.
Oh, absolutely. I know you do have to be a little careful with those moves and really pay attention to your mirrors and where that other driver is. You don't want to make that move and not have quite enough room. So, but she is doing what she needs to do up front here.
You see Chad Snyder, who we talked to pre-race, sitting there in the second, maybe third position. He's battling alongside the 00 right behind our leader, Lilith Peters. They're getting some momentum built up on this top line with that 00 and the 51 of Jim Hubble, as well as the 16 of Kyle Purcell and 72 of Jeremy Zorku Flanagan. They're starting to get a little momentum up there on that high line. As the 00 edges out in front of the 1 by just a little bit.
Now we got Adam trying to run up the middle here again, all by himself, right up the middle.
And he's doing it. The air on the, oh my goodness, as the 51 didn't see him. It made contact. There's the big one. Oh, airborne. Wow. Don Manning just went for one heck of a ride. Yay. Let's see what happened. Well, we know what happened as we saw it live, folks. You saw it right here live. We're going to back this up a little bit because my replay just showed a little bit later than the crash actually started. Let's see. So we know that what happened. Adam Angerstein was going up the middle, and the 51 didn't know he was there and come down into the side of him. And then as Adam goes up, the 51 slows up, and there you have it, folks. Multi-truck incident. There's going to be some quick repairs used on this stop, folks, without a doubt. Some of these trucks are just beat all to hell. We'll see what, they can't have another big one. There's a lot of laps left as we are 18 of 60 here in the Hamms'tona Mega 60 for the LawnCare Truck Series. This is the All-American Sim Racing Network. And
Yeah, and like we were saying earlier, Adam Angerstein does make some bold moves. Um, Maybe that wasn't necessarily the perfect time to try to pull that one off. Early on here, still have a long ways to go. So, uh,
I kind of don't blame Adam for that. Adam felt the momentum. He had it, and he was moving, and he really didn't cause it. He was just there. I think it was the 51 truck didn't realize that he was there, or that he was coming to the inside that quickly, and kind of came down and got into the 9, and then bounced, and then as the 9 slid up in front of him, he checked the 51 checked up again, and they spin around. So I don't know. That's a tough call. See if we can take another look at it.
yeah, I think the 51 definitely does come down the track a little bit and gets into the 9, which really set that whole thing into progress. But yeah, we'll see. I know some of these drivers had to use a quick repair earlier on in that first wreck, so and I'm still trying to get confirmation on if it's one quick repair or more. So hopefully it's more than one, and some of these drivers that were caught up in that earlier wreck can keep moving forward.
You know, I want to back up a little bit, and I want to get with that 16. Let me find him here. Kyle Purcell. Sorry at home, folks. I just want to show you guys what he sees here. Hold on, let me put a pause on this. This 16 takes one heck of a hit. I mean, I don't think I've seen a truck slow down this quickly. We're going to go into the cockpit so you guys get to ride along with what was going on here. Folks, he's inside of Bentley's truck. Wow, what a hard hit! What a hard hit. Hope he's okay. I'm just kidding, folks. We know he's okay. This is sim racing. I'm sure. Maybe he got the brown pants award. That was one heck of a hard hit. All right, folks, after pit stops, your leader is Jackson Minter in the number 28. Robert Fox in the 5 is second. Christian Delgado third. Corey Chester is in back up to fourth. Lilith Peters fifth. Sean Purcell sixth. Chad Snyder seventh. Justin Horton eighth. Matt Bentley ninth. Peter Terrio 10th. Brandon Robinson is at 11th. 12th is Tyrone Yo. 13th, Robbie Fletcher. 14th is Nathan Christensen. 15th is Charlie Dickey. 16th is Jim Hubble. 17th is Adam Angerstein. 18th is Jeremy Flanagan. That rounds out your lead lap trucks. Trucks one or more laps down is Rodney Uberpacker, Kyle Purcell, and Don Manning. Travis Juggled Rodriguez is still in the pits. He will be 22nd, one or more laps down.
And so far, it's been some good racing here all the way through the field, really, side by side since the beginning of this race. Seems like nobody really wants to just kind of settle in and turn some laps. They're all amped up and going for it. So, but the pace truck lights are off. They should be going back to green here shortly.
Yeah, David, sometimes the big one is the great equalizer, right? So that will cause these guys and gals to maybe try to settle in and run single file for a few laps, try to get a few of these, because we're a third of the way through the race now. Pace truck is off. Jackson Minter will lead us down. Let's see if he gets a good jump out here. And he does, and that 48 really didn't get a good start behind him, so I believe the 28 or the 5 is going to drop down behind that 28 truck. Daytona is not really a place you want to jump out too far of a lead, or else you'll just end up being a sitting duck. As that outside line is falling apart a bit, we have the 13 of Delgado and the 15 of Justin Horton, the 10 of Kyle Purcell trying to make it work. About the only trucks out there right now. I do see the 25 coming into play there. Brandon Robinson trying to move his way up using that outside line as well.
Yeah, what a great push on that outside lane. It looks like all three of these trucks up here may be able to slide down. One of them does. Looks like Justin Horton got stuck out there. He didn't come down quick enough, so looks like the leader is Delgado.
The two of Tyrone Hill down the apron. Not sure what's going on with this truck. He is still on that apron. I'm not sure what's happening with the two. Yeah, the two is still coasting. I'm wondering if he's having an issue with his sim rig, as he's just coasting around the apron of the track, very, very slow.
Yeah, they may have to throw a yellow for this one.
Yeah, his truck looks like it's coming to a stop. He may have to tow it. It's still rolling. And Tyrone has towed. It's Christian Delgado.
Now we got the 9 of Angerstein leading that outside line now, so he's headed back up to the front. See if they can get any more momentum. Looks like they've kind of broken up the pack here just a bit. See if that outside line comes back up through, and they're gaining.
3 wide with Lilith Peters, Robbie Fletcher, and that 25 of Brandon Robinson. Okay, they've kind of settled it out a little bit. Up front, you have the 10 of Peter Terrio pushing the 13 of Delgado. That fast number 9 being pushed by the 28 of Jackson Minter. For now, the inside line will prevail. As the 10 turns the 13, the leader, and we are wrecking again. Caution is out. Okay, so we see the spin happen. I want to jump a little bit back to maybe where the 71 is. 71 of Robbie Fletcher. Okay, let's back up just a bit. So we see the 10 pushing the 13, gets him a little sideways. The 71 sees it happening, gets a little loose. 13 comes back, collects the 71, 63, 25. What a big deal. I'm not for sure that all these drivers are going to be finishing this race tonight, as we're going to run out of quick repairs.
Yeah, tough break for a lot of these drivers, mid-pack there. Just really nothing they could do. Yeah, like I said, I don't know, what the quick repair count is here tonight. I don't know if some of these drivers have used them all or how this is going to play out.
So let's see. We're not going to green. I can't see the lights. Lights are still in the pace truck. You're going to bring Peter Terrio in and ask him. He's our current leader.
Yeah, we can do that.
And one of our broadcasters. So he'll be broadcasting for the Holyoke Cornhole Board Series that we run on Thursday nights from here on out. He and Nathan Christensen.
Let's see if we can talk to our leader. Hey, Peter, it's Dave and Dave in the booth. You get us?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Hey, Peter. Nice to see you. Found your way to the front. How's your race going so far? I know it's been a little hectic here with a few cautions.
Yeah, well, up to that, it was really good. I mean, me me and Delgado are working super good together there. Obviously, he's a teammate, and we got that outside going, got past Justin to the inside, and we're hooked up, rolling. And I think I net coded him going through the trial because I didn't get any X's right before he spun out. I only got an X after he started spinning. So I mean, definitely sucks because that was not intentional, and he's a teammate. But yeah, I mean, I was just trying to do what I could.
So, Peter, how many quick repairs are in the series this season?
There's two. I only have one left. I got involved in that caution under caution that happened, which was pretty ridiculous. But
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, we're gonna go ahead and let you get back out here to racing. See you took you a little pit stop there. Maybe did you just grab fuel? Maybe a little damage repair.
yeah, just some fuel and just some fuel, I believe. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we're gonna let you get back out there and get to racing. Good luck tonight. Hopefully, we'll be talking to you after the race. You and Delgado, it'd be fun to watch you guys try to move it back up through the field.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. See you.
So there we go, Dave. That kind of answered our question. This series is still running with 2 quick repairs, which for half this field tonight is probably a good thing, based on what we've seen here early on.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be a few more wrecks to come here. I'm trying to see. We're only on lap, what is that, 27. So still got a little ways to go, almost halfway.
Yep, as David was saying, we are lap 27 of 60 here, coming to lap 28 in the Hamms'tona Mega 60, the LawnCare Truck Series for All American Racing League. Hope you're enjoying yourself, folks, as we give you the spectator view from up here in the stands. I have sit in almost these exact same seats before at Daytona, and it's a lovely view.
And lights are out on the pace track. We'll be coming back around to take the green this time by
Adam Angerstein is our leader, so he's going to be the control truck this time. With that 5 of Robert Fox to his outside. Jackson Mentor in the 28 pushing him. The 5 of Robert Fox will be pushed by the 00 of Sean Purcell. So this should be a pretty good battle to start off with here at the front on this restart. I'd like to note that looks like Travis Juggles Rodriguez is out of the race. Tyrone Yo, okay, he appears to be pacing, so he's still back. He's back in. Brandon Robinson is he on? He must be out of the race as well. And that's a shame for our pole sitter, Brandon Robinson. He was having a pretty good race there. I know he got caught up in a couple of those incidents, so he must be just out of his quick repairs. As the pace truck should be stepping off this time by. Adam Angerstein is your control truck. Once he gets to the restart zone, it is on him to take off, and Adam is off. Gets a good jump out. Maybe a little too much, as that 5 and 29 or 28 are going to hook up now. They may just blow right on past this 9 when they get to him. Adam leaves room on the bottom. That's a very, very dangerous move, opening that bottom, but they were unable to take advantage of it. Inside line is rolling. Outside line's coming with momentum. That lead truck, it's all about mirror driving. I mean, you do that throughout the field anyway, but to watch what runs are coming and this and that, and that can get nerve-wracking after lap after lap after lap after lap of running side by side with other trucks, a little bit of side drafting, and also watching that truck behind you close in on your bumper, watching them through your mirror.
Yeah, definitely. As a leader, you really have to pay attention to your mirrors, see where that run is coming, and decide quickly what what you want to do here.
Now I know you and I will be taking the field here on Tuesday in the All-American Racing League's Truckers Feed America series on ESPN. You can find that one on YouTube at Esports Broadcasting Network. This gets my blood pumping. I love restrictor plate racing. I love the close racing like this and the bump drafting and the team dynamics myself.
Oh, absolutely. I cannot wait to get back behind the rig here and put some more laps down and get our side of the season over here at ARL kicked off with the Truckers Feed America Cup Series.
Okay, looks like we still have like a good 6 trucks on the outside. They're still able to maintain, like, but the majority of the power seems to be to the inside. It's really about who's going to be able to close, which lane is going to be able to close that gap, get the trucks closer together. As Adam again tries to jump to the outside, but I don't think he was clear of the 00.
No, that was very, very close. Luckily, Sean made that quick move to the outside to avoid contact with the 9 truck.
And for the folks at home, I can explain it to you like this. Some drivers are running with a single monitor, which means they really can't see out the right or left of their vehicle very well. Some are running triple monitors, which gives you a little more visibility. And some are running virtual reality, which lets you be able to look wherever you want to look. So I'm not sure what Adam's running, but maybe he's on a single monitor and unable to really see that, has to rely on the spotter. And, I'm pretty certain Adam's not running a live spotter. He's running a computerized spotter.
Yeah, and here at Daytona, you get those runs, they happen real quick. A lot of times by the time the spotter says you are clear to the outside, you are no longer clear before they even finish saying that. So, the runs do happen quickly.
Yeah, that's a fact too. And again, I wasn't making any excuses or comments of anything. Just giving you folks at home the idea of what could be going on. Let's ride on board here for a second with Adam Angerstein, and I will show you what you can see for a single monitor setup. Well, I may do that. If I can get my guys back at my producers to switch us over. We'll be having some camera issues, folks, but we'll see what they find for us. It's not really giving us what we need. All right. Anyway, once we get that, we'll get it up here and give you guys an idea of what they're saying. Your leader is Sean Purcell. Jeremy Flanagan coming to the outside, getting a great push by that 15 of Justin Horton. And the 1 of Lilith Peters. That outside has all the momentum as the inside is kind of falling apart, but the 16 of Kyle Purcell now drops down to that inside. Jeremy Flanagan tries to drop down. Looks like he's going to get caught in the sucker hole. Oh, as they check up with the outside, and they're going to be... Ay, 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 ay. Is that too many eyes? What a disaster.
Oh, boy.
What a disaster for some of these drivers. And unfortunately, some of the same drivers that were caught up earlier are again caught up, which is not good news for them. Let's see if we can get you some chopper space here.
Yeah, it looks like the 72 tried to come down in front of the 00. Wasn't quite enough room there, and he kind of tried to come back up to get in front of the 15. The 15 was already to his outside. and it forced the 15 up into the wall, and that's kind of what started it.
I don't know that there were maybe 3 drivers that were not in that, and that's Sean Purcell, Adam Engerstein, and Jeremy Flanagan, who was caught in the middle. And Flanagan may have made contact with that 15 when he got to the outside there. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the 15 kind of hit the wall, it kind of just, that's what really started it. It checked him up, and there was absolutely no place for anyone to go.
Yeah, and at these speeds, 190, I don't know if they're hitting the 200 mark in the draft, maybe. But 190 mile an hour, 180, 190, things happen very quickly. And as you saw, that's what happened, is the accordion effect. Once that 15, as you said, got up into the wall a little bit there, it was just an accordion back to the 1, and then a bunch of other trucks after that.
And I'll tell you, one driver who got extremely lucky was Chad Snyder coming through that wreck. I believe he may have used most of his quick repairs and looked like he was going to skate through, and 48 came down the track, and it looks like he just barely missed that wreck.
Yeah, he made. I saw him going. I did catch part of him going through the grass there. It must have been his aversion tactic. Chad Snyder is the first off pit road of the drivers that stopped to pit. Jeremy Flanagan and Robbie Fletcher, the only 2 that stayed out. All the other drivers on the lead lap have come down for repairs or fuel or both, maybe tires for some. Tires really aren't important here at Daytona. I mean, it is a handling track, but I think with 60 laps you'd be okay on one set of tires. So I didn't see any of our drivers. Doesn't look like. Well, Chad Snyder took a 5-second. Was a 5-second pit stop, so he was barely in there for a splash of fuel. And it looks like Sean Purcell was in for 15 seconds. Now, Sean may have taken 4 tires, or Sean may have just got some damage repaired. I'm not really certain. But your leader is Jeremy Zorku Flanagan. Hey, Zorku fans, there he is. While he's up front, keep an eye out. Robbie Fletcher is in second. Chad Snyder third. Sean Purcell is fourth. Adam Engerstein is in fifth. Sixth is Christian Delgado. Seventh is Jim Hubble. Eighth is Nathan Christensen. Peter Terrio is ninth. Charlie Dickey rounds out your top 10.
And right now, it looks like the biggest mover of the race is going to be Robbie Fletcher in that 71 truck, up 14 spots from where he started today.
Yeah, and just behind him, with up 13 spots, is Jeremy Flanagan, your current leader. I don't think he can move up any more spots than that. Folks, thanks for tuning in to the Hamms'tona Mega 60 here at Daytona. Thanks to Ham's Beer. Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive, even in your sim rig. But we thank him here at LawnCare Truck Series and All-American Racing League for jumping on board for this race. This is the fourth caution of today's race, as you see there on your left-hand side. 23 laps to go here in this 60-lap race. A lot can still happen.
Now, it's been action-packed from the drop of the green flag. These drivers have not settled in and run single file at any one point in this race, which typically we tend to see that with restrictor plates, but they're getting after it here tonight.
Yep, and the pace truck is off. Jeremy Flanagan will bring us down to the green flag, and he gets taken off here. Looks like the 71 of Robbie Fletcher spun his tires a little bit on that outside. as we see the 26 of Chad Snyder and the 9 of Adam Stein take over the third position. Jim Hubble in that 51, followed by the 13 of Christian Delgado, also working that inside line. I think if we could get 5 trucks out to the, out in front of the pack, in front of the 2 wide stuff, we're 3 wide with the 00 backs out of it. Okay. But yeah, as I was saying, I think if we could get like 5 cars out in front of the double wide stuff, then it would just go single file for a few laps. But the momentum these guys and gals are carrying on this outside line, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it seems like that draft, they really get a good pull here. Especially in that outside, it just looks like they shot out of a rocket up there on that outside lane.
See a lot of shuffling around in the field here as your leader is now Robbie Fletcher in that 71.
Yeah, and Robbie was able to drop down in front of the 72 of Flanagan. Now you get, looks like Sean Purcell and the 28 of Jackson Minter. They're hooked together trying to get that run, get up in front of Fletcher. Looks like they will be able to clear him. And they both going to come down. Yes, they do. Come down to the bottom.
Looking back at that 3 of Nathan Christensen, he's leading that outside line now. If he can get the 37 of Charlie Dickey to hook up with him a little bit, and that 48 of Corey Cheshire, if they can get a little tighter on that outside, maybe they can make some moves as front of the field. That's all. Look at that 28, got to maybe clip the apron a little bit, got sent up the track.
Looks like Chad Snyder's going to jump to that outside of the 72 of Flanagan, try to lead that outside lane if they can, get that momentum wound back up. Try to get that second lane moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got the camera fixed over here for the give you guys a sense of what one. Delgado appears to be dropping back very quickly through the field. That inside. Give you a little tri-oval there. But we're going to give you a view of what Adam Engelstein sees out of it. If he only had one monitor, as I was talking earlier, folks, it's a little more difficult to see. As all you can see is out your windshield, basically. Hard to see to the left or to the right very much. I know that's a little loud at home, folks, but just wanted to give you guys an idea of what the drivers can see. And, really, when you're tucked up behind another truck, as we were seeing there in that when we were riding along with some of these drivers, when you're tucked up behind them, you really can't see much else in front of you, at least. You can't see what that truck in front of you is seeing. So if they see someone slipping up or an incident in front of them, or a possible incident in front of them, and they let off their throttle just a little bit, you're right in the back of that driver. So kudos to these drivers for keeping, completing 3 or 4 laps, let alone as they're 3 wide for the lead. 28 thinks better of it, gets back in line behind the 71. Your leader is Sean Purcell. Robbie Fletcher's in the 71 is in second. Adam Angerstein is trying to get on the outside, but he has no help. Now he has help from the 28. Will they be able to get together and get this thing moving to the front? As the 72 is going to slip to the inside of the 28 to take that position, or well, at least take that part of the racetrack. So he's going to stay on the low side with the 71 and the 00.
Wow, Sean Purcell makes a bold move up to block that outside lane and just about set off a big wreck right there. They all had to get on the binders up there on that outside group.
Yeah, I think what it is, they're kind of used to it by now. After the first few that have happened, that they're almost prepared to all do it when they see that front truck move. Looks like the 37 of Charlie Dickey is kind of fell back a little bit from this pack. That's not what you want to see happen.
Adam Angerstein jumps to the inside to take the lead on that inside.
I sure hope we can get Adam calmed down before Tuesday. He's out here to win this thing, man.
Yeah, and I mean, Adam's not afraid to put that truck anywhere on this racetrack here tonight. So wherever he can go forward is where he's putting that truck.
And I'll be honest with you. If I were out here and I could get to the back of Adam Angerstein, it's probably who I'd want to be running with. Just because if we're fast locked together, he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave me, I don't think. If we're making some pace, and his truck seems to be absolutely flying tonight. So they're side by side again for the lead as Sean Purcell's moved to that outside line, has some help, has about a 5 truck grouping on the outside. Laps to go in the Hamms'tona Mega 60. The laps click away quickly whenever we're under green. I believe the temperature's going to start raising a little bit here, Dave.
Oh yeah, all these drivers know what's coming here. They're almost within 10 to go. Still a little bit of a distance with 10 laps here, 2.5 miles around, but it's gonna go quick.
Sean Purcell still holding on to a slight advantage over Adam Angerstein on that inside. As that outside seems to be moving pretty well with Jackson Minter and Sean Purcell locked together. If Jackson Minter can get clear, I believe they will drop down in front of Adam Angerstein.
Ooh, big wiggle out of Angerstein there. Almost slid all the way up the track into Chad Snyder.
And the 28 moves down to pass Sean Purcell. Coming to 10 to go, folks. If you have a business and you'd like to have your business highlighted in one of our races here with the Or Lawn Care Truck Series, get a hold of us at facebook.com/Or Lawn Truck Series or facebook.com/All American Racing League. We'll get you hooked up. It's not expensive to do, and you can advertise your business in one of our races, and you will also be added to the slide that is played at every race in every series that we run in for the rest of the season. So just contact us again at facebook.com/All-American Racing League. As we see the 9 trying to make...
Oh, Robbie Fletcher gets loose. Looks like everyone's gonna gather it up.
Yeah, they all seem to get around him. He drops to the back of the field. '28's getting a pretty good push by the 9. The 00 is getting a push by the 26.
Now we see the one of Lilith Peters back into the mix here.
We have the lap truck in this 5 of Robert Fox as they all make their way to the inside of Robert as he stays high. Good job on him. Letting the leaders go ahead and race it out. We're 9 laps to go. Your leader is Jackson Minter. The 25 gets shuffled a little bit high there. Not sure what happened. His truck stepped out on him a little. So that breaks up that outside line just a little bit. Looks like they're going to be able to get it back together. Plenty of time left in this race. Plenty of time left. But it's time to go. Oh, as the 28 gets... Adams on the way down to the inside. The 26 is around. Under caution, folks. Let's take a look and see what we can... well, it's already happening here again. Okay, I want a different view because I can't really see what happened here. Okay, I got an idea.
Minter left the door open a little bit for Angerstein, and Angerstein took that position.
I have to put... I mean, again, we're not here to be the ones to pass blame, but I have to put it on Angerstein. And the reason I say that is you're in any series, you're not allowed to pass below the yellow line or on the yellow line. And he had his lefts on the yellow line as he went to the inside of Minter.
Yeah, that's a real close call. I don't know how race control will look at that one. Like you said, he did have his left side down on that yellow line, not below the yellow line, but on it. So that's a real tough call to make.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to make those. I just get to talk about them, throw an opinion out there.
Yeah, it looks to me like the 28 Minter kind of running 3/4 of a groove up off that yellow line, and I think Angerstein saw an opportunity to take the lead right there, and he went for it, and just a little bit of contact, but it jumbled up the whole back end of this field.
Yeah, as we see a lot of beat up trucks out here, Chad Snyder is on pit lane getting some work done. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a fast repair. I'm sure when he used it with 7 to go. He's trying to get as much damage as he can repaired on that 26 machine. The 51 is setting on pit road.
Yeah, it looks like, let's see, the only trucks that I see made it through cleanly would be Sean Purcell. Possibly the one of Lilith Peters. She did have a little bit of contact, but no one else made it through there.
Lilith's truck looks pretty clean. She did come to pit road just for a second. I don't think that was a splash of gas. I think she just went in to clean up what she could of the truck, which there's no damage visible that I can see. But you look at these trucks that didn't come to pit road. Charlie Dickey. And then you have Justin Horton, Adam Angerstein.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie Dickey's truck looks pretty clean here. Justin Horton's truck, from what I can see, a little wrinkle on the nose, but not too bad. Lilith Peters looks clean. Christian Delgado looks okay. So I'd say a few of these drivers had some quick repairs. I think obviously Jackson Minter had a quick repair because his truck looks pretty good. So a few of them were able to save some for the end here.
Sean Purcell is your leader. So we're coming to 5 to go. We will restart with 4 laps to go. As you see Zorko getting out just in front of the field here to get back around to stay on the lead lap. Yeah, I think that 15 of Horton, he's going to have to stay tucked up behind somebody with the wrinkled hood that he has. Spoiler's a little bent in the back as well. I don't know, Charlie Dickey's truck, yeah, like you say, it looks pretty good. It looks like Christian Delgado's truck looks pretty good too. I wonder if Flanagan's truck's up to power. I mean, he's moving around the track, but he doesn't seem to be carrying a whole lot of speed. We've seen it all here tonight, folks. We have seen some side-by-side racing for several laps. We've seen some pretty good bump drafting. We've seen some really quick moves, especially out of that 9 to change lanes. I think we saw some of that out of Purcell as well earlier, the 16 and the 00, both Purcells. As the pace truck is off, 00 brings us down. For 5 laps to go left in the Hamms'tona 60. 00 of Sean Purcell gets a little jump out to the lead. Doesn't want to get too far out there, though, as these trucks are all over the place. I see the DeWalt truck go up and smack the wall a little bit. They're really not, no one's really bunching up to draft. The 15's on that outside, but it looks like he's kind of slowing that outside lane down because he needs to be behind somebody. Or maybe he's down a cylinder because that truck is slow.
Yeah, they got him bunched back up here at the front. They got Adam Mangerstein now back to the inside, 2 by 2, 3 rows deep here.
Yeah, Adam is your leader, followed by Jackson Minter. We saw this show just a little bit ago, just the opposite direction.
This time by the stripe, it's only 4 laps to go.
It's getting a bit dicey at the front. Adam opens the door just as the 28 did earlier. 28, of course, thought better of utilizing that space. He keeps pushing that 9 to try to keep them ahead of Sean Purcell, who is right now is the leader.
And a big run for that outside lane as the 9 and the 28 kind of moving around a little bit down the back stretch. I think that opened the door to get that run to the outside. Sean Purcell now down in front of Adam. Now he's back up. Going to jump in line with Lilith.
Adam Angerstein gets that push. He's going to pass the 00. Back out into the lead by a nose. 3 laps to go. Sean Purcell is now back to the lead.
Three laps to go now.
Get this 10 truck of Peter Terrio. We know he's a fast young man. 9 gets bunched up a little bit. The 28's going to give him a good push, but you have a great push by the 1 on the 00 on that outside line. Big push to the 9 on entry. Momentum's with the inside line. 9 takes the lead. Oh, we're starting to wiggle.
And they kept it straight. I say
Wow.
Adam left that door open on the inside, and they all got checked up just a little bit. They all made it through. 2 to go.
As Lilith Peters and the 00 of Sean Purcell making a move on that outside. Charlie Dickey back in the show, pushing the 1 of Lilith Peters. This 3 truck tandem is making the outside work as the 1 and the 00 have cleared the 9. All the help is moving to the outside. The 9 and the 28 have been left out as all the Hope goes to the outside. The 37 gets loose. The 9 gets into the 37. There's another big wreck. Oh, yay. Okay, folks, we're going to move up into the chopper. Okay, I can see it already right here. Looks like the push that the 28 was given to the 9, got the 9 wiggling, he gets up into the 37, and then all these trucks get wrecked again. There are going to be some very, 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 very upset folks. I bet the Discord is flying off the handle with some of the stuff that's going on in this race.
Yeah, man, that looks like the 28. I mean, he gave him a push into the corner. Looks like the 9 kind of, with that extra little bit of speed, he clipped the apron possibly just a little bit on entry, and it kind of sent him up the hill into that 37 truck.
Okay, is that what got the wiggle, was the actual clip of the apron?
Yeah, he definitely looks like he hit the apron. You can see the rear end of the truck move around a little bit, and up the hill he goes.
So you have Lilith Peters as your leader. Sean Purcell is in second. Christian Delgado is third. Jackson Minter is fourth. Robbie Fletcher is in fifth. Kyle Purcell, who has been in every single wreck we've had today. I mean, I imagine this is our last season champion. I bet he's been livid, but we'll be happy to get out of here with a top 10 as he's just entered pit road along with Robbie Fletcher and Justin Horton.
I don't honestly know how many trucks we're going to have left here to try to get to the end. It looks like we got 4 right now on the racetrack. A few more on pit road, possibly getting some repairs. We'll see who's left.
Well, I think we currently have, looks to me we have 11 trucks left on the lead lap. So these gentlemen, the 3 gentlemen, Justin Horton, Kyle Purcell, and Jeremy Flanagan on pit road, these guys are going to be Adam Stein is on pit road. He's getting a lot of repairs done. No fast repair left. He may end up a lap down. Nathan Christensen is on pit road. Yeah, looks like Rodney Uberpacker may have taken 4 tires, unless that was 14 seconds worth of damage he got repaired or something. Those tires will let him move a little more aggressively without sliding around, but he'll be coming from the 6th position. So yeah, I mean, maybe that's a good call there.
Yeah, I mean the top 8 here, possibly 9. Don't look all that bad. Back to Jeremy Flanagan. So I'd say some of these drivers still had some quick repairs. Let's see, Matt Bentley sitting in 10th. He's a little damaged, looks the front of the nose. So looks like we'll have 7 or 8 cars that look pretty decent here to try to get this race over with. I'm not sure how many green-white checkers this series runs as well. This is going to be our first attempt.
I believe they are a 3-attempt series as well. This is the Hamms'tona Mega 60. I hope you're enjoying it. We are under green-white checker condition. If you're unaware, if you're new to racing or to NASCAR-style racing, you get the green. The next time around, you get the white, and then the final time, you get the checker flag. Now, if a caution comes out on the white before they get back to the I guess the halfway of the halfway zone, just half of the racetrack, then we will have another green-white checker if a caution comes out before then. However, if they make it through that white flag and on around to the backstretch, the race would be over if there were another caution. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here.
I don't know. What's that saying? You ain't seen nothing yet, right?
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. And we have seen it all today.
We're going to line them up here again. Lilith Peters and Sean Purcell on your front row. 2 very strong trucks. no matter where we go, those two always seem to be near the front here. So we'll see what they can do. Maybe they can separate and work together here a little bit. I'm sure that's what they would like to do.
Yeah, you're not going to get much help, I think, out of Jeremy Flanagan in the 72 because his it's a team truck of his there there in that one truck. As the pace truck is off, green flag is out. Great start by the 00 and the 1. Hopefully the 00 did not jump that start, and he may have done it because it doesn't matter if he gets that black flag at this point, as long as there's not another caution. As the 1 is on the inside, no help behind her. The 00 of Sean Purcell has Christian Delgado on his back bumper. Lilith tries to get up for a little bit of side drafting to try to maintain it. She has no help on that inside.
Yeah, the 28 is falling backwards, not moving forward, so wondering if there's a little bit of damage there.
Ooh.
Now the 10 comes in, a little shot to the back of Lilith, but that outside is going to get away. Now Delgado down to the inside.
Delgado to the inside. 13 of Delgado to the inside of Sean Purcell. 2 laps to go, folks. We are 2 laps to go. White flag next time by. And Christian Delgado by a nose at the line. This is the final lap. Caution comes out. The race will end as is. Christian Delgado getting a great push by the 1. Peter Terrio in that 10 truck trying to get the podium himself. Moves to the outside.
Now Peter's going to jump to the outside with hopes that Sean can kind of push him up here around the outside. Lilith is glued to Delgado's back bumper.
And the help is on the inside with the 71, the 1, and the 13 of Delgado. They wrecked. 13.
Coming to the line here. Lilith's still pushing Delgado.
She never tried to make the pass. Christian Delgado is your winner. Second place, Lilith Peters. Third place, Sean Purcell. We're going to get Sean in here in just a minute, folks, when this race is fully ended. You see some trucks trying to round their stuff up now. 10 just brings his stuff to pit road. What a finish. What a race. This was the Hamms'tona Mega 60 from Hamm's Beer. Drink responsibly. This is the LawnCare Truck Series of the All-American Racing League. We are the All-American Sim Racing Network. We're going to bring you interviews, folks, so stay tuned. We're going to bring the top 3 in here for interviews, starting with Sean Purcell.
Yeah, we'll let these guys wind down here for just a little bit. But man, what a race day. I don't think they ever ran single file side by side throughout that whole race. Action everywhere on the track. A little bit of, few too many cautions than they probably would like to see. About half the field, I think, was wrecked out or out of fast repair. So, but a good race overall, good action, fun to watch, and we'll see if we can get a word with Sean Purcell.
Yeah, as we watch that 13 burn him down. It's like Lilith jumped in there for a little burnout as well.
Let's pull Sean in here and see if we can speak to him.
Sean, you got Hillbilly and David in the booth. How you doing?
I feel pretty darn guilty, not gonna lie.
Do you now? This was a wild race, man. I don't think it was ever single file anywhere in the race, which was very exciting for us watching here up here. But I imagine it was kind of fun at times, but yet frustrating at times as well. So what was your take on the race?
I mean, for me, I was able to stay in front of all the nonsense until the very end, where I caused wrecks. Obviously, first of all, feel really bad. I turned Peter and caught the field. That's all my fault. I wasn't trying to do it, just trying to go low. But yeah, I mean, the race was actually really fun for me because staying up front, I was able to get up there early and stay there, and all the wrecks happened right next to me, or Christian got turned right in front of me, but I got by clear. So entertaining, to say the least. And if there was ever single file, I made sure to go back to the outside and make it 2 file again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that was a fun race. It's the first race. It's Daytona. This is expected a lot of times at Daytona. It seemed like all night tonight, all the drivers were pretty aggressive, pushing 3 wide through the middle. I mean, it was exciting to watch. And you get races like this, especially the first one to kick it off, and but it was fun watching. Congrats to you on a P3. I know that outside kind of fell apart right there on that last lap, and but congrats.
Yep, thank you guys.
Is there anyone you'd like to thank, Sean?
Well, I know Johnny disconnected for the race starts, but driving for in his old 00 truck. Appreciate him bringing me on, and Texas Roadhouse sponsoring, of course. Might have to go get myself some to celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely. I may have to go get some to celebrate with you. Sean,
Yeah.
Sean, man, you have fun with your team. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Johnny got I guess he got disconnected there early on, but it was good watching you out there race, man. This was really exciting for us up here in the booth.
Yep, thank you. Good start to the season. Looking forward to the rest.
All right, man. Take care.
Yep, you guys too. Bye.
All right. Well, that's good. That was much more positive than I expected to hear out of drivers. Let's see what the next driver can give us, Lilith Peters.
Hey, Lilith, it's Dave and Dave in the booth. You get us?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Yeah, great run tonight, Lilith. P2 finish. I know you'd like to have that win, but crazy race. Probably not what a lot of you wanted to see, but it was fun for us up here in the booth. And take us through your night.
Actually, it wasn't that bad for a plate race, in my opinion. I thought at least half of the field was competent, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, we were kind of wondering. I honestly was expecting that there's probably some hurt feelings throughout the field. There was some diciness going on, but yet very exciting 2x2x2x2 throughout the nearly the entire race. Very fun for us to watch and very fun for us to broadcast. Not so sure getting caught up in wrecks a lot would have been fun, too much fun, but you were able to pull off second place, so you definitely should leave out of here with a smile on your face for sure to start the season here in LawnCare Truck Series.
Oh yeah, I'm really happy to push Christian to his win. I think that's his first league win. At least it is in a long time.
Yeah, I believe it is. But yeah, so I was kind of wondering about that. I noticed you pushed them at the end, even when they wrecked behind. I kind of thought you would step out and try to take that lead, maybe coming out of 4, going toward the tri-oval. But you never left his bumper.
I didn't really want to take a chance at him trying to block and wrecking both of us, so I'd rather just push him if I didn't know I could do it.
Well, that's the safe way, Lilith. Anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jeremy for putting me in Kaiju Cat Motorsports. It's a nice team. I'd like to thank the Bean team. Christian's a part of that, so he'll be happy.
Oh, right on. Well, Lilith, we'll get you back to celebrate with your team, and congratulations on a P2 in the very first race of the season.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right, let's see if we can have a word with our winner tonight, Christian Delgado.
And I'll bet you we get a positive response out of this one regardless. So
looks like he's muted right now. We'll see if we can get his attention.
Looks like Christian Delgado, you can't hear us.
Yeah, looks like he's muted at the moment. Yeah, we'll give him a few minutes. We'll see if he unmutes here. We'll get
Certainly.
A word with him. So
yeah. While we're waiting on him, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and give a full rundown of our race and how it finished, and then there we go. I see he's unmuted now. Hey, Christian, you got us?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. Congratulations, P1, dude, in the first race of the season for LawnCare Truck Series here in this Hamms'tona Mega 60. How you feel about your race tonight, man?
Dude, I feel awesome, dude. I got involved in a couple of wrecks and everything, and I was kind of just trying to ride around the back the whole time, trying to keep the truck clean. And then I think that last big wreck, I got through it luckily, and with just a little bit of damage, and I just kind of worked my way up there. I knew who I could work with and who I couldn't, and just so great to finally get one done here. I had a win last year in Michigan that I just threw away, so I'm so happy that I could get one done for Chad finally.
Yeah, man, that is awesome. There was a lot of for this very first presentation we've given for LawnCare here at Daytona, was definitely everything that it was hyped up to be. Everything it was expected to be. A lot of hard racing, 2x2x2, no single file stuff going on, hardly at all. You guys and gals put on a hell of a show tonight. Congratulations on your win. I'm going to turn you over to Dave, see what he's got for you.
No, Christian, that was awesome. Glad to see you finally get a win here with us. I know you've been here for, it's going on your second season, I think. So congrats on finally pulling that one off. I remember the Michigan one, so congrats. And, it's good to see it. It was great racing. And like Hillbilly said, there was, no single file whatsoever. Everyone getting after it here in the first race of the season. So it was fun for us to watch and call. So congrats to you.
Thank you. Yeah, it meant a lot. I'd like to thank Peters for giving me a good push. She could have dumped me and left me out to dry and tried something else, and she just kind of pushed me all the way to the win. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no doubt. Do you have any sponsors or team affiliations you'd like to think while we have you on here? Any shout outs to family, friends, whatever you want to do?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Chad for giving me an opportunity to race for him with Dominion Motorsports, and I'd like to thank Track Racer and for being on the car this year. Decided to join on. I'd like to thank Butt Kicker, also joined on during the off season. And then I'd like to thank, I also have my Twitch on the car, so I'm going to do a selfless promotion. But I have people in chat just cheering me on. I'd also like to thank you guys for putting on such a great broadcast. You guys do such a good job with the little team that could. And lastly, I'd just like to thank everybody for trying to race me clean at least. But big dub. I'm happy that I got it out of the way early. So.
Absolutely, man. Well, you're the points leader. You are a Daytona champion here in the Hamms'tona Mega 60, and congratulations to you, sir. And we will send you back to celebrate with your team.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
Yep, have a good one. So, Dave, very good race tonight. I'm going to run through the race results here real quick while we have a shot. First places we just talked to, Christian Delgado, getting that win for No Bucks Motorsports. Lilith Peters for Dominion Motor. Well, actually, the teams have changed a little bit. So Lilith Peters, third, Sean Purcell, fourth, Charlie Dickey, fifth, Jackson Minter, sixth, Matt Bentley. Justin Horton rounds out seventh. Kyle Purcell, your last year's champion, eighth. Rodney Uberpacker, ninth. Robbie Fletcher, 10th. 11th was Jeremy Flanagan, and 12th was Adam Ingerstein.
And that looks like 13th will go to Peter Terrio. 14th goes to Don Manning. 15th, Tyrone Yo Jr. 16th will go to Nathan Christensen. 17th goes to Jim Hubble. 18th goes to Chad Snyder. 19th will be Robert Fox. 20th will be Corey Chiser. 21st is Brandon Robinson. 22nd will be Travis Rodriguez. And rounding out your field will be Johnny May.
So yeah, Dave, I don't know. I think we've expressed a lot, even within the interviews and everything, that this was a fun race. I enjoyed it. Just being here watching. I'm really excited to get in our race on Tuesday for the Truckers Feed America series. But here for the LawnCare Truck Series, man, this was a good time.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I was kind of worried what some of the drivers' takeaway would have been from this. With a lot of the wrecks and stuff that went on, but overall, great race. It seemed like everybody was happy with this so far. That at least the top three that we spoke to. So kudos for them to put on a good show. It was fun to call, and I believe we are headed to Atlanta, correct, next week?
Absolutely, yeah, and that's going to be another. We're doing the new configuration. So with that new 28 degrees of banking, it's going to be a mile and a half that races like Daytona. So handling is going to come into play as the laps move on, as the tires start to wear. Drivers at first won't have to lift at all, and you'll see them running in big packs. As the tires start to wear, you're going to see these drivers have to kind of check up a little bit. So Atlanta should be a great race as well, and you'll find it starting next Thursday, right here at on the All American Racing League on Facebook, and on our YouTube / All American Racing League. You'll find the Cornhole Boards Series, or I said that wrong. It's Julio Cornhole Boards Series. It's a new series this season, but you'll see those cars running on Thursday at the same time as tonight, 7:30 p.m. practice, 8 p.m. we will start the broadcast. So please tune in. And a lot of these drivers that you saw here tonight will be in that series as well. We'll be racing at Atlanta, and should be exciting. This coming Tuesday, you catch us on the Truckers Feed America series. Did I already mention that? On ESBN, Esports Broadcasting Network on YouTube, provided by Sim Racing Media. So you can tune in over there. A lot of exciting stuff coming in, man. It's a very, very busy schedule. A lot of good races. But you know what? Hey, I see that we have our good pal Chad Snyder back in. Hey, Chad Snyder, how was your race tonight, man? What did you see?
Well, first of all, before we get into my race, I got to extend another congratulations to Christian Delgado. Just newly hired by my team, and just a hell of a job he did tonight. Really proud of that kid. Secondly, my race was okay. I was just kind of biding my time in there. Truck had a lot of speed. Was surprised at the amount of side-by-side racing we were able to do without any incidents. I know there were some incidents there, but for the most part, we kept it clean. Just got my fast repairs used up early and just got caught up in a 3-wide situation there at the end. I think Adam went to the inside of Lilith or somebody to try to get the lead, and ended up turning them and clipping me on the way by. But that was with about 8 to go, so that was disappointing. But still looking at it from the team aspect, happy to see how it turned out, and it was a lot of fun.
Very good, man. It was fun. It was fun to watch, fun to broadcast, fun talking to you. There before the race and here after, and it's always fun bantering back and forth with David Lefano. So for the Sim Racing or All American Sim Racing Network, I think it was just this was a great show. We had a lot of fun. I hope the folks at home had a lot of fun. Dave, you got anything else to close us out?
No, not really. Other than typical Daytona, it was fun. Awesome to see the side-by-side racing, and like I said, the few incidents that's expected here at Daytona. So, but hearing that most of the drivers leaving tonight, happy with how it turned out. We'll move on and shift gears into Atlanta. Well, I say shift gears, but it's going to be similar from what I hear. Going to Atlanta, just a little bit smaller track with the new configuration. So we'll looking forward to that one for sure to see how this new Atlanta Motor Speedway turns out in these trucks.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm looking forward to Tuesday, folks. Again, we're starting. Just so you know, on ESPN, we are starting a half an hour later than we have the past seasons. So click the notification bell on ESPN's Esports Broadcasting Network's YouTube page, so you don't miss out on it. It's going to be starting. Green flag's going to pop at 8:30 rather than 8 p.m. So you don't want to miss any of the action. You can be there at 8. That way you definitely won't miss it. But we won't get started until 8:30. So come join us there. Join us here next week for Dave and myself here in the booth. Great race. We'll catch you guys next time.